Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome to Lauren's Book Corner. We have a little guest over here. Coco is sleeping up on the bed. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah, you sleepy? Yeah, he loves to hang out upstairs with me. Um, so I thought I would do a Friday reads, like what I'm planning to read this weekend, and also I have a small little book haul to share with you. So I've never done a Friday reads before, but I really like watching them and I think that they're a lot of fun. And I'm going to try to upload this today, Friday, but it might actually come to you on Saturday. Um, so hopefully I can upload it. If the video is short enough, we shall see. For some reason, my internet, it takes a little while to upload videos. But anyway, today is Friday, February 6th, and it is probably like 6:30 in the evening ish. I'm not sure. We just had dinner a little while ago. We had some gluten-free chicken strips and some tater tots, and I had some. I'm really into like we call them spring onions or green onions, with like just eating them just as is. I don't know why, but I really like them. And then I'm also drinking a polar seltzer. This is the blackberry mango flavor. It's really good. I'm trying to, I have been for years now, but just really trying to watch my sugars. My body does not handle sugar well. So seltzer has kind of replaced soda for me. I also do like Zevia, which is like a soda that's made with stevia. It's really good. Um, so for reading plans this weekend, we really don't have a ton planned as far as weekend plans go. Um, Tonight, a little bit earlier, we went to Walmart just to pick up some grocery items and also because I wanted to look at the books. And just to get out of the house because we had been sick last week and I was pretty cooped up. I didn't really get out of the house much. So it was really nice to just get out and walk around and look at some books. And we picked up just some of the things that we needed, like toilet paper, all the boring things. And then we came home and had dinner, and we're just all kind of relaxing now. So that's really nice. And then tomorrow, my son plays basketball for like a rec league, so a rec center league. And so we're going to that. His game is tomorrow morning, which is always fun. And my parents usually come, so that's really nice. And then after that, we're just coming home and we're gonna hunker down and have a potato day, which I love. So I'll get to do some reading, probably play some of my game that I'm into right now, which I'll talk about in a minute. And then, putz around, do like chores and things like that. And then Sunday we have church, and that's also all we have planned. So again, we're just gonna come home and relax, and we need it after trying to get back into the swing of things this week after being sick. We definitely need just a relaxing weekend. So that is really all we have planned. So for games, besides reading, I'm really into playing puzzle games. So I play a couple, well, there's two in particular that I like to play. I play The Lost Lands, which it's kind of like a quest game, but you do a lot of puzzles and like seek and finds along the way. And they usually have kind of a story that goes with them. And I just either, mostly I play on my tablet. I have a Samsung Galaxy Tab that my husband got me. I think it was like a couple months ago now. I'm very, very thankful for it because I don't have a laptop. So that's kind of like my laptop type device that I use. And they also have the same company that makes Lost Lands, also has one called, oh shoot, now I can't think of it, and my tablet is over there, and I don't really want to get up and get it. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's like Legendary Tales. That's what it's called. Legendary Tales. And they're just really fun. It's like, I don't know if anyone remembers back in the day, there was a game for like PC computers called King's Quest, and there was a whole series of games within this King's Quest world. And I was so into those games. They were so much fun. You have to walk around and look for objects. You don't really fight anybody. It's not like that type of gaming. It's not like where you're jumping over things. It's more just a cozy game because you basically find stuff and solve puzzles and it tells you a story. That is my type of gaming. So I'll probably play some of that. I'm really enjoying them. And then I also really like to color, adult coloring. I don't know if you can see back here, but these two cubes right here are all coloring books. I haven't been as into it as I used to be. I've been reading a lot more. And then just between housework and things, I don't always have time just to sit down and color. So if I have free time, I'm usually reading or watching a YouTube video. But I would like to get back into it and do some more coloring maybe this weekend. And then obviously reading. So my goals for this weekend, I really want to finish The Perfect Pass by Terry Wilson. I am not quite halfway through and I'm really enjoying this. This was actually the author for last month's category Romance Book Club pick, the one Sarah chose for last month for January, and I just never got to finish it. So I rolled it over to this month, and this book reads like a movie. I feel like I'm watching a movie. Just the way that Terry Wilson writes, it's so easy to picture everything, and her characters are just very relatable. She writes good humor. I absolutely love the little bulldog in here. I forget his name, but I'm so bad with names, but he's so cute. And he's the mascot for the team. And our hero Jackson has to take care of him, and he was not expecting that. And it's just really cute. They're kind of bond. And I had to laugh because the bulldog has separation anxiety, so he can be destructive when Jackson leaves him alone at home. And I can kind of relate to that because Coco doesn't do it as much anymore because we crate him when we leave, but we had tried for a while to like not crate him, and then we would come home to like the trash can dumped over and naughty things that doggies shouldn't be doing. But he's very spoiled. He doesn't have to go in his crate hardly ever. He sleeps in our bed at night, so it's fine if we crate him when we leave. But yeah, anyway, I'm hoping to get this done, and so I kind of want to just focus on this weekend. If I happen to get this done and I have some more time left, then I think I'm just going to work on my Nora Roberts one of my Nora Roberts books for this month, which is The Heart's Victory. I always forget the name of this one for some reason. And this is about Foxy, who is, that's actually her nickname. I forget what her first name, Cynthia. Her name is Cynthia Fox, but everyone calls her Foxy. And she is a photographer, but she's grown up around the racing circuit because her brother is a professional Indy car racer, which I learned a lot about car racing from this book that I did not know. It was very interesting. And that's coming from someone who could care less about car racing. The way she writes about careers and passions, like hobbies and things that people do, even if it's outside of my interest, Nora Roberts writes about it so well that it just makes you interested. She does such a good job with that. And I feel like I learned something, which I like. So she grew up around that, and she has always kind of had a crush on her brother's best friend, and he's kind of the sort of a bad boy, but I think he has a good heart deep down, but he's a little bit of a playboy, if you know what I mean. And she and him kind of butt heads, and yeah, it's just, I cannot express to you how fascinating it is to me that this book was written back in the early 80s, and I'm reading it now, and I other than the way she describes some of the clothing, and then some of the technology obviously is different, like lack thereof technology, it doesn't feel dated. Like when I'm reading this, it does not feel dated to me. And that's pretty amazing that it translates well and has held up well. And I feel like it has a lot of the tropes that people look for in romances. And she's also well written. Just the way that Nora writes is just beautiful. So yeah, hopefully I can get to this as well. But those are kind of my reading plans for the weekend. And then I do have a quick little haul to share with you. Like I said, when we went to Walmart, I wanted to go check out the categories and see what they had out. They had the February books out. I did pick up a little bookmark. They had this really cute kitty bookmark, and I just could not leave it. It has this really sweet little tassel on it, and it says paused right here. So cute. And then I did pick up 5 of the books. So I picked up my very first Presents novel. I haven't gotten one of these before, and I'm really excited to try it. If I'm being honest, I have looked at these before at Walmart, and typically the synopsis does not interest me. I'm kind of, if there's like, not to be mean, but if there's like a girl in a scantily clad dress with a baby bump on the cover, I automatically just don't want to read it. I don't know why, but it just does not intrigue me. I could be totally missing out on a good book, but it just doesn't grab me like some of the other covers do. But this one is a kind of marriage of convenience, mistaken identity type of story, and it has to do with a woman who takes the place of her sister. Her sister's supposed to marry this wealthy man, and she takes the place of her sister without him knowing. And then she's basically marrying him so that she can have money to help her mom, who has a lot of health complications. So it just sounded interesting. I'm going to give it a try and see if I like it. I want to try something that, is different. And I don't know if I said, this is Unveiling the Wrong Bride by Lynn Graham. And the cover is really pretty on this one. Now, this line always seems to grab my attention, and that is the special edition line. I usually always like the covers on these. This is a Texas-sized fake out by Michelle Dunaway, and this one has to do with a single dad who's adopted twins, and it's his romance with a pediatrician, which just sounds so cute. So I'm really excited for that one. This is one of my favorite lines, the romantic suspense line. I love anything to do with mystery, and this one stood out to me because our female lead is a forensic anthropologist, and that just reminds me of Bones. So that made me want, Bones is like one of my favorite TV shows ever, so yeah, this one just sounded really, really good. And I don't know if I said yet, did I say? This is Sacred Secrets by Kimberly Van Meter. And then my other favorite line, besides the romantic suspense, and, well, I also really like the love-inspired suspense. You're going to see a theme here. I like the mystery ones, is the intrigue line. And this is The Disappearance. And this one I was actually on the hunt for because I watched Sarah's video where she was doing all the new releases. I think it was for February. And when she showed this cover, I was like, oh, I really like that cover. It's so pretty. And then I read the back because I couldn't quite remember. I think she had read the synopsis. I have really bad memory, guys. But I read the cover, or the back of the cover, at Walmart today, and it just sounded so good. This is about a woman whose brother goes missing, and she ends up having to team up with an undercover FBI agent to try to find her brother. So it just sounds really good, and I'm looking forward to that one. And it's The Disappearance by Amanda Stevens. I don't know if I said that. Sorry if I'm talking really fast. I don't want this video to be too long. And then I don't know if this is considered category, but I know that Harlequin puts these out. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. But I did pick up a Montana Mavericks. This is My Heart Belongs to the Maverick by Carrie Nichols. And this one I picked up because I had never tried any of these, but also It's about a librarian who is really shy and kind of a more popular stud of the town who she has a crush on, and that just always intrigues me. So it sounds cute, plus it's set during Valentine's Day, so I thought that would be fun maybe to read next week. Who knows? But this is My Heart Belongs to the Maverick by Carrie Nichols. I don't know if I said that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. It's been a long week, but so that's my little haul, and those are my plans for the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are doing this weekend or what you're planning to read this weekend. What are some things that you enjoy doing in your downtime, whether it's reading or crafting? What do you like to do? I would love to know, and definitely give me a thumbs up. It really helps people find my videos, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!